share your wisdom on some of the market outlooks for the upcoming Q4.
Okay.
So they can help us, financial consultants, to basically have a topic on the table with our clients.
Okay.
Right, so Ron, before we start, maybe you can tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Ron K. I've been trading this market, or I should be saying I've been investing this market for the past 16 years. I've trained a lot of students, traders, investors to become proficient in their field of work. That means they're trading on their investment. And after so many years, I've traded many different stocks. US. I focus mainly on the US market and the Singapore market. And then I realized if you want to have a breakthrough in your trading or investment, you have to go to the US market, and that's where I focus heavily there. And I've been trading like 7 to 8 figures so far, so good, with astounding results. That's what I can say.
Okay, so I see. Can I ask, so being mainly a trader yourself, can you explain the fundamental difference between trading and investing?
So fundamental, we look more on the company's health. For example, we see the company's management, the PE ratio, the capitalization, the dividend, what the company is doing and stuff like that. But in trading, we are looking more towards price actions. We're looking more towards how buyers and sellers are moving the market. We are searching for which one is the stronger side. Is it the buyers or is it the sellers that is strong? So if the sellers is strong, we look to short the market. If the buyers is strong, we look to long the market. So trading is more geared towards like short term, and doing investment is more geared towards taking more in a longer view term, right? So if you ask me, can trading become a long-term investment? I said yes, of course. The key thing towards good investments or great investments is to look and search for very quality stocks. And if you find a good stock like Amazon or Apple back in the last 1-2 months, or maybe Tesla, your returns can be 300-400% in the last 3 to 6 months, right? So that's what I think the difference between trading and investments lie around.
I see. Right. Wait, so I think trading requires a lot of discipline and so very fast reaction in the market, right? So I'm sure it'll be a very interesting topic for those who really wish to grow their wealth. But I think the bet against the market also requires a lot of experience and a high amount of risk and pressure on the trader himself. Because if you predict the wrong direction, you pretty much can lose a massive amount of your wealth. So sometimes it can be a heart attack if you really don't practice proper discipline. Right, so how do you personally speculate market movements?
When I was young, I put in a lot of effort in reading the markets. Reading means every night I would spend about 12 to 16 hours watching the market, experiencing the movements and stuff like that. So I think the key thing towards reducing risk, and I think the key thing towards making sure you don't blow your account, is to have a very disciplined stop loss. Okay, in trading we have a disciplined stop loss, and we need to know where to take profits and where to have a target price to rip off the money, right? So in investment is a little bit different. What we want to do in investment is try to find not the lowest price, try to find quality companies, good companies that gives you a long-term view of the trend or the company itself. Then we study the chart, we study the fundamentals, and then we make an informed decision so that we can enter the market without too much stress, right? So if you really ask me, trading is more practical or investment, I will tell you it depends, because some people like myself, I love fast money, which I think trading suits me. Some people like to buy and hold, they don't like too much risk, then you can look for investment. But some people say, like most of the people that we see here today, they may not have the time to go in and out every day. So what they are looking for is swing trading. Probably it take like maybe 3 to 6 months to materialize a trade, right? So it really depends on individual and their risk appetite.
I see. Ron, because I heard that you are pretty much you mentioned figure trader. Right?
Yes.
What does it mean?
8-figure trader means you trade about tens of $millions in the market. That's what I meant.
Okay, amazing. Right. So to be honest, I think most of us here in our agency, right, we are pretty much connected with clients with a strong liking for investments. So, but investments, when I say that, I think it's more of a buy and hold kind, in the long run kind. So, and for us specifically, we have a lot. The underlying assets is mostly unit trust.
Yes.
So maybe could you give us some advice on maybe towards unit trust, like in terms of some outlook in terms of the general global market sectors?
Right, so I think we are coming towards the end of the quarter. It's going to be Q4 soon, and the election is coming soon. There's election in the US is coming soon, so we're going to experience a lot of uncertainty at the moment. The last few days, the market has dropped tremendously, heavy selling in the market. And so, because I think there was a lot of the markets ran up from since COVID in March to now September, the markets ran up so huge. Some stocks recorded 1,000%. Some stocks recorded 300%. Some stocks recorded even like 100%. So most of the stocks that we see in the market now, they have recorded huge, tremendous gains. So what you want to do now is right. From now to the election, like I said, the US-China tension is escalating almost like every day. When you see the news, you see a lot of bad omen about the US and China. And I think, of course, the election is coming, which is creating more uncertainty to the market itself. So at this point in time, if you really ask me what to do with the market, I would say being patient, doing nothing. But once the election is over, when we see who wins the presidential election, we will have more answers towards what should we do the following quarter, which is next year, first quarter, right? But I think the key about unit trust and all this is you want to be buying emerging markets, right? And you want to be buying good quality emerging markets, or maybe I should say you should buy something like good quality funds or mutual funds, right? But they appreciate very slow, but then you don't have to monitor every day, right? You don't have to monitor every day. And there are a lot of funds in the world. I don't really necessarily focus on funds because the richest man in the world don't focus on funds. His name is Warren Buffett, and he focuses on stocks. So I love stocks more than funds, but I understand people love different investment products. So trust your financial advisor. Trust that he can give you a good outlook. Trust that he can give you a sound advice so that you can rule your wise. I should say you can make an informed decision to make a wise investment in your portfolio.
Okay, I see. Great. I think also because very often, I mean, although it's really a shared so-called look on the coming quarter that volatility could be in action, right? So also clients would tend to ask us things like, oh, what do you think about the quarter in this market? How would you normally answer someone who asks you a question like this?
So if someone asks me a question like this, I will tell him this: be patient. Very simple. Be patient. Why do we be patient? Because from now to presidential election, it's only about close to 2 months. And within these 2 months, what you want to do is you want to be not rushing into things, right? Because a lot of volatility can happen. I remember in 2016 when Donald Trump was elected as a president, I remember the market went down so heavily. I think that the night the Dow Jones dropped like that afternoon the Dow Jones dropped like 800 to 1,000 points, and everybody was thinking the market would crash. Within the next 2 years, the market from that day onwards has recovered big time, right? So it was during we need to wait for the volatility to be straightened, flattened out first before we can take more informed decisions to place a trade or place an investment in the market again. So I think the keyword is to be patient. We don't want to rush things. We don't want to be too eager to make the money, but watch what's going to happen and then we decide from there onwards.
Because I think why I ask you this is a lot of advisors when it comes to table topic clients, they tend to ask tricky questions that might trap you by asking, say, oh, so buy or don't buy? So it becomes like pretty tough for us.
Okay, so buy or don't buy. If you have a heart as a financial advisor, if you have a heart, I would say, and we know this year is a bit different because of the COVID and now presidential election coming, and there's a lot of uncertainty. So if I have a heart, I'll tell my client don't buy. Why? I mean, we all have time. 2 months is not very long. So after 2 months, then we will know what funds to buy, what stocks to buy, or what unit trust to buy. There's a lot of options after the 2 months. So the key, like I always say, be patient.
So I agree with you actually. I think it's, the key is to actually wait and watch, and then only you will not avoid this kind of volatility whereby it might affect ultimately the client's emotions and everything, and then emotions falls back onto you as an advisor. And this is what we're trying to avoid, correct?
Yes.
So great. I think really an honor to have such a market specialist like yourself here today to help to answer some of these hard questions. Do you say there's any more advice you want to give to financial advisors when it comes to really giving investment advices?
This quarter or this quarter?
But let's just talk about maybe from now to the end of the month.
I would say wait after the presidential election closes.
Okay.
That's the best advice. I can't. If you ask me about stocks, if you ask me about short-term trading, okay, I can tell you what stock to play, what stock to short, what stock to buy, blah blah blah. But we are talking about giving advice to our clients who are not so well versed in stocks. So they are taking a more longer view, like maybe years. They don't take months or they don't take a view of within months. They take a longer view. So, like I said, 2 months is not long. We just have to wait through the presidential election is over first, and then from there we can advise after that to buy what kind of funds or unit trusts to hold a longer 1, 2, 3 year view.
Okay.
That's the best advice, trust me, because I've been burned before because of my impatience, so I can relate all my experience to you in this video.
Can I just zoom in slightly little on
Yes.
the perspective of buying after presidential election? What kind of possible outcomes do you feel that could be an example, and how does it affect the market?
So if we see Donald Trump continue to win, if he wins the presidential election, then we will know US and China, this kind of funds or this kind of emerging funds, we will take a step back because it's escalating every day, like the TikTok issue, the Huawei issue, and all this between US and China, the South China Sea issue. Every day there's this US and China tensions that is so tense and escalating. So we want to avoid all this. We want to take more, maybe we gear towards India, or maybe we look at Australia. We need to see. And then if Biden wins, then we need to see what kind of policies is going to set in the market. Then from there we will start to monitor what kind of president he is. And then from there we take informed decisions again. And then we decide again what kind of funds we're going to invest. Because now I'm sharing in the wider, broader spectrum as compared to short-term trading.
I see. Makes a lot of perfect sense. I think that's what us advisors should really be looking forward to. I mean, to render long-term advices instead of giving the short-term kind of expectations to our clients, which actually is very hard to meet at most of our times. So right, I think this is pretty much all to my line of questions. Any more to add on?
Maybe I'll ask you a question. What do you think? Why do you want me to appear in this video?
I think Ron, personally, I feel that
How long have you been following me? Or how long have you been?
Yeah. So long enough. I think not too long, but I feel to me it's like maybe about 6 months or so that I've known about you. And of course, personally, I've been following you in terms of other aspects.
You follow me from Instagram or what?
Instagram. So Instagram wise, also attach the link in this video.
Okay.
You can take a look at it. So basically, Ron he does a lot of stock trading insights. So he often share his stock market insights about where the market is going, etc. On his Instagram. So that's where got me interested, because I feel that very often when it comes to topics with my clients, I lack of strong insights or strong, not say opinions. I wouldn't want to be giving strong opinions, but I want to know generally how the market is doing due to certain factors that triggers the market. So these are table topics I feel is important, which is why I follow Ron. But I follow Ron, of course, mainly, I also do some trading on the side, just as an interest in hobby. And I feel it is important, it value adds to my understanding of the market also.
Okay, thank you so much. Thanks for following me. So you can follow my Instagram at Ronald K Stock Market. You can see whatever I just mentioned to you, the trades done, the market or the stocks I predicted. You can just go and check it out yourself, right? So, like I said, the key towards getting a good funds or UT unit trust is for a longer, broader view is to be patient and wait for the presidential election to finish first. And that's where we can make very informed decisions on where the market is moving. Right? Of course, the chart is equally important. So watch the chart for all these markets.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ron, for today sharing.
Thank you.
Right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.